following program is a production of Ho'ike Kauaʻi Community Media.
Aloha, Kauaʻi. I am Smita Narang, your new host and producer of Kauai Voices on Ho'ike Kauaʻi Community Media. This show highlights local groups and individuals who are making a big impact, whether through art or activism. The people I've met through this show inspire me to keep creating, to keep telling stories, and to get involved with the causes that move me to action. For my first episode, I interviewed two artists, Allegra Scribner and Trison Kaneshige, both born and raised on Kauai, and both are reimagining the possibilities of their art and sharing their unique and personal stories with the world. First, you'll hear from Allegra Scribner, who is the artist behind ʻŌpala art. ʻŌpala is the Hawaiian word for trash or rubbish, and Allegra's work in particular revolves around a reconfiguring of the meaning of ʻŌpala by taking marine debris, ocean plastics, and microplastics that wash up on Kauai's shores and creating artful scenes out of it. Her artworks draw our attention to the pollution crisis that is happening around the world and make you think about your own plastic consumption. She has created honu out of bottle caps, waves out of colored microplastics, and larger, more abstract works using materials like rope and old fishing gear. But she encourages everyone to get involved in cleaning up our beaches and perhaps even getting inspired by the material like she does. I joined Allegra at a morning beach cleanup where I got to learn about her process and the hard work that goes into collecting the pieces she makes art out of. I also had the opportunity to sit in on a workshop that Allegra taught at Hometown Kauai, a maker space in Kapa'a, where all the participants got to create using the recycled materials and make their own unique pieces of ʻŌpala art. In creating beautiful artworks as a way to talk about a very real problem, Allegra proves that art is a powerful way to tell stories, to shift mindsets, and to inspire us to get involved in the solution. You can learn more about Allegra at her Instagram at @ʻopala_art and her website, ʻopalaart.com. You can see her work for yourself right here on Kauai at Ohanalei Gallery, Outrigger Resort, and Aloha Exchange.
I'm Allegra, and I'm the artist behind ʻŌpala art. I had this idea a long time ago, and I was walking on the beach on the south side in high school, and I saw all of this plastic, and it's like, oh, this is almost cool, like someone can almost do something with this. But I didn't have any ideas. I just collected it and it just sat in my room for a while. And it wasn't until I came home from living on the mainland for a long time and I went back to a beach with a lot of marine debris, and I just started getting all of these ideas of things you could do. So I collected them and just started trying it. I'd say I'm more just creative and resourceful, and I'm always just trying to make something original, I think is my goal, whether it's in film or if it's with paper or with clay or whatever I can get my hands on. I try to do something, reinvent something, and make it as original as I can. My process for using this material for art is kind of meticulous, but it helps me create. First, I sanitize everything. So I put it in like a bleach or soap solution with water, and then I put it on a screen so that it dries in the sun. And from there, I sort it out by color and also by size. So the really microplastic ones go in a microplastic bin, and the larger pieces get put somewhere else. By touching every single piece of plastic, I get to see what I have and when I'm looking for my exact shape that I'm looking for, because I don't cut anything or I don't color anything. I typically am trying to find a very specific shape or angle or curve that can fit into the design I'm making, and the meticulous sorting process helps me create quicker and easier and more fun later. In Hawaii and Kauai in particular, we get a lot of marine debris coming from that great garbage patch, Pacific garbage patch you've probably heard of, in the middle of the ocean. and all kinds of things from different countries just travel thousands of miles with the wind and with current systems, and they just wash up on our beach. So we find things from China, from Japan here, all other places all the time. It's a huge problem because the plastic does not go into the environment. It just breaks into smaller and smaller and smaller pieces that gets eaten by fish, then gets eaten by birds, all kinds of things. And it becomes even harder to clean up. And all these microplastics are a huge problem for our ecosystem and our island in general. So microplastics are such a big problem because we eat the fish that eats the fish that eats the fish that eats them. And those chemicals that make the plastic are ingested by every fish and eventually us that eats them. So it doesn't just end with the one fish that eats the microplastic, it ends with us. I see a lot of repeat objects washing up. A lot of them are actually fishing gear, derelict fishing gear, or pieces of derelict fishing gear from fisheries and things that we don't even fish for ourselves. But one of the main consumer goods I see are plastic bottle caps. So all of your, soda bottles, the plastic caps, your water bottles, those wash up in droves. And it's pretty crazy how I could find them with the Chinese markings, and I find them that's like, this is definitely from Costco, And that's a really simple change that we can make ourselves, and that hopefully the whole island can move towards as well. Having water stations that we can use reusable bottles and move away from having to just use a single-use plastic that does end up in the ocean, that does just break into smaller and smaller pieces. And it's just a simple change that we can all kind of get on board of. It doesn't break the bank. It doesn't really affect us that much. It can be really overwhelming to see a beach covered in plastic and you spend an hour and it's like you hardly made a dent. But in doing that, other people are seeing you get to actually touch the plastic that's washing up on the beach. And at least for myself, having to pick it up really made me think about my own plastic consumption. And it can kind of just be a ripple effect. If everyone's doing a little bit all across the island, we're all doing a lot. So it can make a huge difference in the grand scheme of things, and especially for Keiki and our other generations coming up, to teach them that what we throw away doesn't necessarily go away, and it can wash up and will wash up. I do a lot of ocean-themed art, waves, honu, but I kind of just let the plastic tell me what it wants to be. Sometimes it looks like something and I just go based off what it is, and other times I have an idea in my mind and I try to use all the plastics to make that happen. And my goal for the art is that you don't look at it and think, oh, this is just trash. You have to kind of go closer and realize, oh my gosh, what is this? This is all trash? Where is this coming from? This is all coming from our beaches on Kauai? Here? This is happening? Let's talk about it. Art can be a great vehicle for change. When you see art and it speaks to you, you want to talk about it and you want to change, and it can change you. And that's kind of my goal for the art.
We're at Hometown Kauai. We're located in Kauaʻi, and we are a maker's space / art studio. And so today we are really excited and getting ready for our workshop with Allegra, who has been doing a lot of awesome hard work with the beach cleanups. And we're excited to make amazing, beautiful pieces out of the things that she's found today. There's such a huge crisis with the plastics in the ocean and the marine debris buildup, with it moving closer to Hawaii. And so I think that a lot of us are feeling that pressure and don't know what to do, where we can help, and what we can do with it, and it really shows. Allegra's really showing the beautiful art pieces that you can make with it, and take something that's a crisis, as a problem, and turn it into something beautiful that can have a new purpose and a new life.
You can find me on Instagram at ʻŌpala_art or ʻopalaart.com. And you can find my work in person at O Hanalei Gallery in Hanalei.
The second artist you will get to know is Trison Kaneshige, who learned about creating murals with spray painting back in high school and has since grown his career to include graphic design, branding, and even DJing. After suffering multiple head injuries and struggling to find ways to heal himself, Trison devoted himself to advocating for and sharing brain health and mental health resources with our Kauai community, as well as diving deeper into his own healing through reconnecting with nature, giving back, and creating art. We interviewed him in front of a mural that Trison worked on at Kalena Park in downtown Lihue, which has the words "Text Aloha" and the number of a mental health hotline, an initiative by the Kauai Resilience Project. His mural, You Matter, has also recently been honored by Hale'opio Kauai as a message to young people who are struggling with belonging, identity, and mental health. All of Trison's murals connect back to imagery and motifs that he finds most healing, and those which our Kauai community can connect to: native plants, birds, fish, and of course, the ocean. You'll also hear Trison talk about his recent project, Mauka Tumakai, at the YMCA in Oahu, where he stayed while receiving brain health therapy. He not only painted murals on the exterior of the buildings with nature and ocean imagery, but also inside, painting sunsets and mountains to beautify the rooms. For Trison, music has also become a form of healing his brain. By learning to DJ, he says he is activating and connecting different parts of his brain and keeping his mind quick and agile while having fun. Trison believes that the words we tell ourselves affect us, which is the reason he looks to positive affirmations as well as to music to set the tone for his day and for others who experience his art. Lastly, he shares some advice for artists who are wanting to break into the creative field and reminds us that making art can be for ourselves, but it's always greater when we share it with our community. Trison's story serves as a reminder to us all to trust in your own journey, believe in your dreams, and to keep going, even when the going gets tough. You can find Trison on Instagram at trice.creates, and you can view his portfolio and contact information on his website, inspiretocreatemedia.com. You can also see Trison's amazing murals at Kauai High School, Kolua Elementary, and around downtown Lihue.
My name is Trison Kaneshige, and I'm a muralist artist from the island of Kauai, and my artist name is Trice, Trys. So I had multiple head injuries throughout the years. My first one was in high school. My senior year, I had a concussion during soccer practice, and I fell and hit the back of my head. And that's where my Believe in Your Dreams mural came about for my senior project. It was a 2-story mural, and we did a background of Kalapaki Bay with the words Believe in Your Dreams. I had a lot of breakdowns. I had a lot of headaches. I had so much things happen that year, but I still got through it with my mural, 2-story mural. And then I wanted to bring that to the other students and allow them to try spray paint as a way to express themselves in a positive way. A lot of people, I believe, in Kauai, they don't really get exposed to spray paint as a medium for murals as much as Oahu and around the world. So I've been trying to increase the exposure of spray paint as a medium for murals, and that makes it more acceptable in the Kauai community as a form of mural and placemaking. A lot of my murals are based on the nature, like EEVs. I use a lot of motifs with Hawaiian kalo, the kalo plant. I use that as a subject matter in my murals. I learned how to heal going to nature, grounding. I had to learn how to heal myself, and I see nature as a way to heal, going back and getting inspired by it. there's like ways to heal besides going to the doctors and telling like, oh yeah, you have a head injury. Like you're gonna have to take all these meds. You're just gonna have to get through it. But there's actually ways that you can get better by taking care of yourself through mental health, like grounding, going back into grounding, going back into nature, going to the ocean, praying. You can go back into the water, and then you can heal through salt water. I believe really salt water helps a lot because your body's made out of water too. Going back in salt water, I think heals your brain. Plus the currents and the wave, everything's then back into healing. I've been going through Brain Health Hawaii on Oahu for TMS therapy. This past year, a couple months ago, for 2 months, I've been doing transcranial magnetic stimulation, where they put a magnet on your head and there's electricity that goes through it, and it activates different parts of your brain. So that's kind of why I can now think a little clearer. And I used to have hearing problems where I wasn't able to go to events. I wasn't able to talk to people. I kind of wanted to shut myself out from everything and just not want to be here kind of anymore just because of everything going in my head. But I kind of got through it through using my art as healing. So art and my TMS therapy has been my way to get back into everything. On Oahu, I worked on murals for YMCA, which was, I donated a couple murals just because I needed to be on Oahu for my brain therapy. So that's the only way I was able to stay for 2 months. And it was a Mauka Tumakai project where I painted ulua, sunsets, and EEV to bring nature back into the YMCA to beautification. It's a beautification process. I like to do positive affirmation murals though, community work, just because it makes you feel better about your day, going through your day, you know. I find that really healing for me and for other people as well. And that's kind of why I believe doing art for the community is the best gift you can do as a person. I did a couple murals at Kauai Elementary School, which was a keep going mural with the EEVs, and so the tree tunnel. I picked the tree tunnel to give place to identity, as the kids can relate to it going through the tree tunnel, and it says keep going. Where I want to say every single time you go through the tree tunnel now, you're gonna think of the mural and to keep going as like reprogramming your subconscious. So like it's like reprogramming the loop in your mind, because that's what I found with my brain therapy. So every single day, once you train yourself to see something, like, oh yeah, this tree is special, it gives meaning to it, you start to believe it. Yeah, so every single day you train your brain to say, keep going. Yeah, in the mirror, just tell yourself keep going, you start to believe it. Yeah, and those are all these types of ways that I find to motivate myself as well. You know, I'm just grateful that I have another day here. That's kind of why I believe in the power of healing through art. Like you can share your message through your art, and it's kind of important because you go through something, I believe, so that you can help other people get through that same thing, because you know how hard it is when you're going through it. So I kind of can relate to other people that's also going through it. I have a couple of friends on Oahu and Kauai that are DJs, like professional DJs. And I find that DJing helps me train different parts of my brain now. Like you actually have to listen to the music, you have to beat match, you have to actually cue up the song so that it doesn't like mismatch with the song coming up, you know. Those are ways that I've been learning to train my brain to think a little faster, be on my feet a little bit better, a little faster now. And I find music is healing as well. Like listening to lo-fi music, starting your day with like binaural beats help you a lot. Those types of YouTube videos where they like have those beats playing, you know, those are really helpful with different parts of your brain, I find. But yeah, going back into music is healing. positive music as well, like having the like there's this song called Bless that like I play every single day to believe that, oh yeah, I'm blessed, I have another day here. That reprograms my mind to believe that, oh yeah, because when I was going through it, I kind of felt like there was no way out. Like I literally was in a dark place, and that I find that listening to music helps feel better. My business is called Inspire to Create Media LLC, and it's basically to help inspire others through workshops, through branding, all these different things, different arms basically I have on my business side. Some advice that I would give to upcoming or those interested in creative careers is to keep going, just take it one day at a time, because I know how hard it is in the creative space. It's really like you gotta take care of yourself first so that you can help other people. At the end of the day, it's one day at a time, one step at a time. Nothing's gonna come overnight. Really, nothing's gonna happen overnight. You have to keep building it. Especially on Kauai, I believe you have to create your own opportunities here, because we don't have as much opportunities as people like those in Oahu and outside. I noticed a lot of my friends that are creatives, they had to move off island or move to the mainland to find those opportunities, find jobs, go to agencies. I went to school for graphic design in San Diego at the Art Institute, but I came back home because I wanted to help other businesses, especially the community, see that there's ways to grow as an individual and do your own business, doing graphic design and murals, because it's not really heard of on Kauai. Someone that's born and raised here doing that, it's not really known that you can do that as a business. They just think, oh yeah, it's just art, and then you're just doing art, but not really. You can make a positive impact through your artwork, through helping other people, and that's what I find the most joy of. I wanted to say thank you to my mom and dad, my brother, and my puppy Mika for being there for me throughout this whole journey, and that I wouldn't still be here without your help. So I really do appreciate and thank you for the love and support. Everyone that's been behind me since day one, that believes in me. This is why I'm still doing this. This is why I'm still here doing what I'm doing, just because I feel like I'm still here for a reason, and that it's because of your support. So thank you. Thank you, guys. Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for listening to this special double feature episode of Kauai Voices. And don't forget to check out the full video on Ho'ike Channel 54, on demand, and on YouTube.
Allegra Gaines is Ho'ike's president and CEO, while Lego Sameta is the administrative assistant. Smita Narang handles production and education services. Max Richardson also handles production, but IT services as well. Trisha Allen is Ho'ike's news and events producer, and Olivia Franco is our county producer and social media manager.